What's up, Internet? Corey Zamier here, back with another top 5 video. And this time I decided to switch it up a little bit. This is a topic I came up with all on my own, mainly because, well, if you've noticed anything about the top 5 video and the room tour video, I'm shooting this all in the same day. I haven't changed yet. And I'm just trying to knock out some videos because I have a lot of spare time today because it snowed and I'm not going anywhere. So without further ado, my top 5 pickups pre-YouTube. Number 5, and this is actually one of my main regrets with collecting, is back when I got this game, which is Jetsons Cogswell's Caper for the NES. I didn't know I wanted to collect games at that time. Now, the story goes, I was just a kid that had Xbox 360, and I'd play the Call of Duties, I'd dabble in Madden every once in a while, and I decided to, go back into retro gaming. I wanted to pick up an NES. I got a refurbished one off of eBay for like $40 or $50, which I thought was a great deal. It didn't even have the fucking dust cover on it. I got that, and I also won a separate auction for a lot of, I want to say like 20 NES games that included Legend of Zelda, Gold Kart, Mario Brothers 3, Tetris, Mario Duck Hunt, just basic titles. And it also had this game, which at the time I didn't know shit about, the Jetsons Cogswell's Caper, which I later found out was like a $60 game. I was about 2 months before starting YouTube when I found out what it was worth, and I was just like, oh my god, a quick $60 bill? I don't even remember what I spent on that lot, but it couldn't have been a whole ton of money because I didn't miss it. And I sold the game for $60, and I regret it. I never even got a chance to play it because that stupid refurbished NES that I bought on eBay never worked. And unfortunately, I bought it, forgot about it, and didn't try it until like 2 years later. So there was a whole span of time where I had this game in my possession, and I just didn't know shit about it. Number 4. And these next 3 games actually are going to all be from back when Game Crazy existed. Final Fantasy III, and unfortunately my copy has a little crack on the front label, but that just builds character in my opinion. I'll eventually upgrade it if I find it, but I'm not too sad about it, because all these games I paid $10 for, because Game Crazy back in the day had great deals on games. Given retro collecting wasn't as big back then, I'm talking, this was probably 2005, and I paid $10 for this. I used to go there about once a week. This is also before I think I was working, and I was just going off of borrowed money from my mother. Pathetic, right? And I spent about $10 a week. That's why I'm pricing all these games at $10. It might have been a little bit more, a little bit less, but that's about all I had to work with back then. So I got Final Fantasy III, and unfortunately I didn't get very far in this. I think because my Super Nintendo was acting up back in the day, and I remember specifically like standing up too quick at one point, and it jostled the system and the game restarted itself or something, and I lost some progress, so I was pissed. So I'll eventually go back to this, probably in a handheld form, but very happy to have this. And you guys never saw me pick it up because this was way before YouTube for me. Number 3 on this list, also from Game Crazy, also probably around a $10 pickup, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. And this was an amazing game to get for $10 back in the day. I remember going with my friend Alan to Walmart, and back then when you went to Walmart to find a game, you would just look at the box cover, and that was pretty much how you made your decision. And we saw Zombies, and this is back before zombies were a pop culture hit. So it was just this cover on the front that drew us to this game. It just looked interesting, and it happened to be a fucking gem of a game. Number 2, hitting you with another Super Nintendo game from Game Crazy. Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. And I found a few of these in my YouTube days, but I got this for probably $10 from Game Crazy back in the day. And it's always been my favorite beat 'em up. I specifically remember a time we were on a road trip to Maine, and there was, at one of the rest stops, a Turtles in Time arcade. And my mom had to pry me away from that thing. I must have been on fire or something back then, because I don't remember asking for more coins either. Number 1. Something that I'm going to have to eventually just give a co-star, I guess, title to, just because it's on almost every episode of Top 5. Here's a few seconds where you can guess what it is. Suikoden 2. I know. I get sick of mentioning it too. Fuck no, I don't. This game is amazing, and I bought this on launch day, or I should say, I got my mom to buy it for me on launch day for $40. And it's only risen in value since then. I'm so glad this is one of those games that I just never got rid of, because I would be so disappointed in myself. Unfortunately, I have not beaten this. I always never properly prepared for the Bone Dragon, which you need wind magic for pretty much, and I always ignored Luke because he looked like a sissy. Very happy to have picked this up. Would have loved to have showed it in a YouTube clip. Maybe I'll eventually find it at a tag sale for cheap. Who knows? That's going to do it for this top 5 video. Sorry that it wasn't suggested by any members of the community, but I just wanted to get another video up. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see in a top 5 video. And as always, keep it real, Internet.